Today we're going to be talking about the 4 types of insulation: denim, fiberglass, spray foam, and rock wool. Denim insulation is made from recycled cotton, like old jeans. It's eco-friendly, non-toxic, and easy to handle, but can be more expensive and less widely available.
The second insulation would be fiberglass insulation. This is the most common type, made of fine glass fibers. It's affordable and effective, but can irritate skin and lungs if not handled properly.
The third insulation is spray foam insulation. It expands to fill gaps, offering excellent air sealing and high R value. It's great for energy efficiency, but more costly and requires professional installation.
The last installation would be rock wool insulation, also known as mineral wool. It's made from volcanic rock and steel slag. It's fire resistant, water repellent, and provides good soundproofing, though it's heavier and pricier than fiberglass.
So what is denim insulation? Denim insulation is post-consumer recycled denim and cotton fibers. It's usually called cotton insulation or blue jean insulation. The biggest producer is Ultra Touch denim insulation, produced by Bonded Logic Incorporated. So some key features: it is very eco-friendly. It's made up of from 85% of recycled cotton fibers, mostly post-consumer denim. Also reduces landfill waste to repurpose it using textile waste. It is very safe and non-toxic. It doesn't use formaldehyde or VOCs or skin or eye irritants. It is also very safe with installing. You don't really need protective gear. For thermal performance, it has great R value ranging from 13 to 30. And it was also excellent with trapping air with the cotton fibers. For soundproofing qualities, it is very naturally sound absorbent. It has a high noise reduction coefficient, which means that it reduces noise in the room because of how well it absorbs the sound, usually better than fiberglass insulation. For durability, it has a mold, mildew, and pest resistant feature as long as it's treated with borate. So how it's made, as you can see, these are my blue jeans. It is, so the buttons, zippers, synthetic fibers are all taken out. It's shredded up and then it's compacted into bats or loose fill. For the installation process, it's very simple. You can use scissors or a utility knife to cut it, and then pressure fill it or staple it in between your studs. For the pros and cons, this is environmentally safe. It's also safe for the homeowners to install themselves. It has good thermal and acoustic insulation, and there's no off-gassing or health concerns with this product. The cons: it is a lot more pricey than most insulation, about 2 to 3 times more costly. It is also not as widely available at nearby hardware stores. As you can see, there's no denim insulation here or at Menards. We had trouble finding it. It's also slightly heavier than other fiberglass and other insulations. And it's also more compacted so that it's harder to get in your tight corners and irregular spaces. Most common places this material is used is in residential and commercial buildings. It is also very well known in your LEED certified and no net zero homes. It's also installed in your walls, attics, floors, and ceilings.
Alright, so I'm going to be talking about fiberglass insulation. This is a material that's widely used in construction, automotive, and industrial projects. I'll touch on the cost, installability, attainability, and how easy it is to install. I'm going to start with the cost. It's considered very cost-effective compared to some other products and other insulations. For example, you can get a 6-ounce fiberglass cloth for $7.63 per yard. Higher quality can go up to $9.15 per yard. That's like a little bit more high-end. It costs anywhere from 40 cents to $1.50 per square foot, and compared to other materials like denim, cork, rock wool, fiberglass is one of the most affordable options on the market. In terms of availability, you can find it almost anywhere. We're just at a local Home Depot. They have it at Menards, Lowe's, tons of retail stores. It's sold both online and in physical stores. You'll see it almost any like work store you go to. When it comes to the durability of fiberglass, it holds up extremely well. It's stronger and more durable than some materials like aluminum, and it makes it a trusted material in construction. Its strength and long-lasting performance is why it's often chosen for demanding environments. And for the installation of fiberglass, it's super easy to work with, super easy to install. You don't need a professional to do it. You can install it yourself at home. If it's compressed or installed with gas, it can lose some of its thermal resistance. So you just have to be careful where you place it to make sure it's getting the most effectiveness out of the product. To wrap it up, it's the most affordable, durable, and widely available installation product, and this makes an excellent choice in construction, and I highly recommend it for its great cost.
Spray foam insulation is a installation that expands on contact, and it's good at sealing cracks, gaps, and corners, and it's one of the most effective insulations on the market right now. When you seal with spray foam, it can reduce your house energy bills by up to 50%, and spray foam can also help with moisture and just reducing the risk of mold. There are usually two types of spray foam: open cell and closed cell. Open cell, those types of spray foams are better for soundproofing and interior walls, while closed cell, which is a much more denser material, it's better for exterior walls or roofs and basements. Installation for spray foam can be quick, and while it might expand and go past your desired area, you can always cut it down to whatever you want. And this material is very long-lasting, lasting over for decades and decades. One downside of spray foam is that it can be expensive sometimes. For this spray foam, this is for more do-it-yourself or just smaller projects, but spray foam can also come in more industrial sized, and that's when they kind of have a machine to spray down the wall with foam.
So moving on to rock wool insulation. Rock wool insulation is made of premium stone. It is basically melted basalt rock, and it reduces energy consumption in many residential and commercial properties. It's super easy to install. As you can see, it comes in strips. You can use a tape measure to measure how much you need, take a knife and simply cut it. You can also secure it to the wall with staples, making it more secure. One of rock wool's special features is that it's an organic material. It doesn't provide any food for mold growth, and one disadvantage I'd say is that mice do use this, so if you have a pest problem, it's probably not the best insulation to use. Rockwool claims that their product is supposed to last around 65 years, which is a long time, and it's pretty low maintenance if it is installed correctly. A few more pros and cons about Rockwool is that it's great for soundproofing and provides a great R value. However, it is more expensive than regular fiberglass, and the R values aren't as high as fiberglass. So back to installation, they provide a pretty in-depth solution to installation. So you can measure it to the size of the walls and the joists that you need to put it in between and the studs. And one thing about Rockwool is that it's fire resistant, so it's pretty important when you're building a home. So you can see, you just basically take it, you squeeze it, and then you basically push it into the wall, and then it'll expand once it's in place, and it'll fill in the holes in the wall. You can also take it and stuff it in between cracks in the header, and yeah.
Recycled cotton.
Oh,
and
no.
denim.
No. What do you use it for?
Like insulating residential houses. inside interior walls, floors, attics, ceilings.
So it's like a blow-in or like a roll-in, or
It's like a bat.
all the installation we have is gonna be down there on the last out to the right-hand side.
Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, it's all OC or there's some cellulose down there, but I'm not familiar with denim.
Okay,
So,
that's all right.
all right.
Thank you, though.
Yeah.